All right, seventh graders. Today we're going to talk about introductions. You already have a half your introduction done, and that would be the thesis statement. The part we're working on today is the attention grabber, which would be the first sentence in your essay. Now, in this presentation and using this recorder, I cannot play the videos, so I can post this up on Google Classroom for you to take a view on. Last week, you guys worked on No Red Ink, and in No Red Ink, they said that asking a question is a form of a hook. It is not in here. So do not have a question that starts off your essay. I'm not even going to show the example. Do not do it. That's great in elementary school. It does not work in middle school. The next one is a fascinating fact or interesting statistic. This would be a great place for an according to FYI. Now reading this one, this is not my favorite introduction. I think it needs one more sentence. In 2016, Sam Watt, a British biologist, declared the blobfish as the world's ugliest animal. Here's where I think they need one more sentence in order to transition a little bit smoother over into that thesis statement that comes after it. Blobfish are interesting creatures. Due to their unappealing looks, their habitat, and how they are not picky eaters. My thought on that is we're going right from world's ugliest animal, and the next thing we say is that it's an interesting creature. If we can expand on some thoughts there, would make it flow a little bit better. The next one is setting the scene. This is probably my favorite one. This allows for the most creativity. The goal with this one is that you're putting a visual into your reader's head. So deep down on the dark ocean floor, a small octopus hovers slightly in the currents. Its 8 webbed tentacles covered in suckers drifting along. Excellent. Right away, I have the visual of that octopus in my head. I'm starting to think about octopus. And then we get into the research on that octopus. The second one starts with imagine a semi-translucent thing with fins on its head floating at the bottom of the ocean. They're called the Dumbo octopus. They even talk about why it was named the Dumbo octopus because it looks like the elephant Dumbo there. Great job. I got a visual in my head. I know exactly what they're talking about. I'm hooked. The next one is dialogue. I'm not too sure how you guys would fit this one in. It would have to be some kind of famous conversation that your hero had. Here's an example of it. This person was lucky enough to have a movie, their animal in a movie. The next one I think a lot of you are going to be able to use is this meaningful quote. All your famous heroes here probably have a quote at some point. This introduction is actually really well written, not only because it has the quote, but then it has some transition before getting to the thesis statement. So they have their quote on top. Then they have John Hargrove says in all of a matter of just 10 words, whether the whales are receiving 5-star, 2-star treatment, whales are not happy in captivity. And then it goes right into the thesis statement. I love that they just didn't go from the quote to the thesis statement. It wouldn't have had the same type of effect as it does now with that transition statement. Some things to remember with this introduction. Have fun with it. This is where you can be creative. You're going to come back to whatever hook you use in your conclusion. You can also teach some facts to your readers that maybe you didn't get to in your body paragraphs, maybe didn't fit with those reasons. Also, do not forget your thesis statement. That's the last part of your introduction. Your job now is to try out some hooks, figure out which one works best for you, and get that introduction written along with your thesis statement. Good luck.